Hey y'all, hey. I am live and in color. I should have put my let me see something. It's dark, y'all, but we've got to have a little conversation because I was talking to my business besties about just life as a founder, as a business owner is not always fun. Um if y'all are business owners, let me know in the chat what y'all do, because it's ghetto out here. Okay, it is ghetto. But if y'all are new to me, what is up? I am Amber, the activator. I am an event producer, strategist, marketer. What I really do is when people have events and they want people in the seats, they call me. When people, brands, organizations are like, hey, Amber, we want to connect with our audience and do something fun, do something different, they call me. They also call me when they're like, hey, Amber, we need some money to put on these events. What do we do? They call me. So that is what I do. I am the founder and CEO of Brand Field Activation, where we believe your brand shouldn't just be seen or heard, but felt, y'all. And it's hard as AF out here to create something, to do something. And again, if y'all are new, this particular channel, I just honestly kind of give y'all updates and stuff like that in the moment. While I am a marketer, like I'm literally a marketer by trade, like been in the game over 15 years, marketing, advertising, both agency and client side. This particular YouTube channel, I don't want a strategy for it. I just want to do it. Okay. And we're going to talk about why, because building a business like with no blueprint is for the birds. Okay. I'm actually trying to send my girlfriends a link to join the live. Now, I've actually never done, I don't know how it was going to work by any means, but we're going to see what happens. But anyway, so y'all, last night I did not go to bed really at all. So like I made with this like an hour and a half, and then next thing you know, I was up at 1 o'clock. Do y'all be waking up at 1 o'clock for no reason? Looking out the window like, I'm so lonely. I have nobody to call my own. Like I'm just sitting up, okay? And I just start thinking about all of the things that I have to do. Like I know I ain't the only one. Like I feel like it be at two in the morning or something where I be thinking about, dang, where my birth certificate at? Or, where I'm like, or where is my anything? Like it'd be like the most randomest thing. I'd be like, how many birds exist? Like I just be thinking about the most randomest things, right? And so not even lately, but last night I was just thinking about every single thing that I need to do in the business, and every single thing I have not done in the business. And if y'all are a founder, side hustler, whatever you want to call yourself, let me know. Like, do you get it? Right? Because man, I don't even know where to start. Like that's why I called this 2 a.m. thoughts, because literally started at like 2 in the morning of me going down an entire laundry list of things I haven't done. Like from updating websites to updating services to following up with clients to putting myself on these other different marketing platforms. Like it's so many things that I haven't done. And because I haven't done all those things, it added to my anxiety and my entire process of like self-doubt. Like, and I know I ain't the only one that have self-doubted yourself. Like, I want y'all to think about that very first interview you had, or I think about, when you had to go out for that sports team, or when you wanted to be in some organization or something. Like, we all have experienced doubt to some degree. But it's still very different when you own a company that you eat what you kill. Like, I don't have a 9 to 5. This is my bread and my butter. And there are so many moments where I'm like, throw the LLC away. Throw it away. But then I listened to, some of my friends that are still in the corporate space, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Y'all struggling over there. I'm gonna just stay over here too. At least I have some type of control. But do you really have some type of control? Because let's be real, y'all. Whether you're doing a product or a service, like, you still work for the customer. Like, that's a whole thing. So if y'all think that you can become an entrepreneur and not, why did I pull this out? Oh, child. Look at me on the live looking real raw. But that's what I want to show y'all anyway. Like, I'm not one of these girls gonna be putting on no eyebrows, no lipstick, or none of that. Y'all about to see a true Sophista Ratchet, is what I call myself, a true Sophista Ratchet, building this amazing brand. What's gonna be billion dollar, that's up to God. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do now and moving forward, right? But yeah, all of those self-doubts came to my head yesterday, and I'm like, I know I am capable of, whether it's creating a strategy, or it is producing this event, or it's producing this result. Like, I know I'm capable. But because there are so many things that I still have to build and create from a structure perspective of the business, I'm like, yeah, girl, do it. And like, okay, so another thing too, I was thinking about last night. I was like, man, like, I really want somebody that I don't know to like look at my business and be like, you're doing good. Like, let me know, like, again, business owners, side hustlers. Hell, even if you are in corporate America, like, while I was in corporate America, I definitely had a lot of moments where I was like, man, I wish my boss could just tell me that I'm doing good versus just keep pointing out stuff that I messed up. Right? So, and as a business owner, you don't have someone over your shoulder critiquing you. And I actually still feel like I have like this corporate PTSD, is what I call it, because I am always seeking validation from somebody. Like, I'm always seeking validation. Like, I'm still in the process of trusting my thoughts, trusting my judgment. And even then, like, if somebody were to try to combat me with whatever my thoughts are, I'm gonna come back for you, right? But some things, like, y'all, you don't need to consult people. Just do it. Like, it's nothing will ever be a failure. It's always gonna be a lesson from it, and that's a lesson for you to do it better the next time, right? I firmly believe that. Like, even though you do see people, because I think the most money I've lost was like a little bit over $10,000, from whether it been from coaches and system things that I thought was going to work. While it hurt the pockets, absolutely, right? It was a learning lesson. Now I know how to do better next time, right? I've definitely wasted money on staffing, like VA assistants, like, but I learned that I need to have better, better prepare them, right? And again, y'all, roll with me here, because again, one, we're live, so ain't no structure to this. But two, I'm just telling y'all like the many thoughts that were going in my head, and like, I already know some of y'all are on the other side. Like, I feel you, I hear you. Like, these are the things that's going in my head at 2 a.m. Like, I woke up maybe 1:15, 1:30, did not go back to sleep. I think I put my phone down at like 4:22 a.m. And I'm just thinking about my leadership skills. Like, as I'm building my team back, do I have the capacity to be a leader? Right? There are so many things that it encompasses an effective leader. And I'm just like, can I do it? Is it possible for me to like lead a team of 5, lead a team of 10, lead a team of 100? Like, what? Did anybody's parents or friends or whoever, family members, ever tell y'all that y'all can like be the leader of a company? Because mine didn't. Mine didn't tell me that, and it wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's also something I didn't necessarily think about. I feel like I feel like I knew though that I was going to be different probably early on in elementary school. Like what some people would consider a rebel, I was always that child. I was like, why can't I do something? And it wasn't, it's not like, if they be like, the stove hot so you can't touch it. Okay, fine. But if you say I can't make this team or I can't do something this way, I'm always asking, why not? Like, I'm very much that person that I like to, I guess, problem solve and find out ways around it. Because I don't know about y'all, but as we got older, people always project their insecurities or their self-doubts or their, regrets on you. And I don't ever want to be that person. Like when people meet me, and even y'all here virtually meeting me, I want my journey, my story to be not just inspiration, but it helps you all take some action. Like I'm gonna make what will be considered to y'all some dumb mistakes, but based off what the information I have, I probably thought it was a good mistake. Well, not a good mistake, but a good thing. And I don't want to be embarrassed about it. Like I really wish that again, the people that we use on a daily basis. So your what do I want to say? So what's the main Apple? Him, right? Like I wish your Albert Einstein, the guy that made Apple, the founder, the true founder of Nike, the people that make our TVs, like every single thing that we use in our home. I wish that we could have seen their progression from day one. Like I wish they could have got on a live and been like, "Hey, I'm so and so, and I'm creating the computer. Watch me do it." I wish we could have seen that because that will show how resilient you have to be when you want to create something impactful. And resilience in multiple ways, right? Because while there are like self-help books and a lot of accelerators and courses and all this crap, your business is still unique to your business. So it's still going to be something brand new that you have to figure out. And of course, there's business foundationals, but again, there are still a lot of nuance that you, as a business owner for your type of company, will still have to figure out on your own. But I wish we could have seen their true resiliency, right? When you think about your Oprahs, your Tyler Perry's, and I don't care if y'all don't like these people, I don't give a F. I need you all to look at the fact that they have still stuck with something that was just an idea, kept going to the point where now you still, at the end of the day, whether you like them as a person or not, you still have to give them credit. They did something that you could not do. They kept going, right? I have to tell myself that too a lot of times. Like if somebody doubts my expertise or the way my ways of working, whatever, I'm like, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I am doing something that you most likely will never be able to do. And that is I am continuously improving myself, evolving the company, and we are going to be able to be sold one day. Like that's actually one of my business goals, is to sell this company so I can move on to the next phase of what I want to do. But again, yeah, all of this stuff was happening at 2 a.m. last night. Like this was just last night, of all these different thoughts. And I'm curious, y'all, when you have thoughts about, can you sell these t-shirts? Can you make this digital marketing agency? Can you, be this caterer? Can you be this baker? Whatever you're doing, let me know. How do you all navigate it? For me, I think about it, like I allow myself to have that thought, right? And then I like to think about worst case scenarios. And I think as a service-based business, the worst case scenario is you either gonna get sued and they're gonna leave a bad review on Google or video, however the people want to do it these days, right? To me, those are the worst two things that could happen. But then when I think about that, I just think about, all right, if it does happen, come up with a game plan, right? Like one of the companies that I enjoy studying a lot is Domino's. Domino's and Subway specifically have made some pretty big mistakes in their industry. Like, so for Domino's specifically, they kept trying to run this campaign. I think it was like get your pizza like in 10 minutes, something like that. Just imagine how many nuances it is for you to not get your pizza on time. But yet they kept going, right? Subway, eat fresh, lose weight. The gig was up. Like, that man wasn't losing that goddamn much weight eating all that processed deli meat in their bread. Like, it really wasn't like, like that, right? But again, they had to learn. What is that? Let me Google it. It is a chemical. I think it's a cleaning chemical that's called, what is it, like 405, 904? What is that cleaning chemical, y'all? I'm about to 409. Okay, the cleaning chemical 409. Now, I heard this story multiple times, so I'm going to assume that it is real. Now, if it is not, y'all can tell me in the comments. But the disinfectant 904. Was 904 or 409? Now, which one is the so I see the 409 and 904. Now, which one is the real one? Because you know how people like to make the fake ones. I think it's 904 though, right? I feel like it's 904. Either way, one of these mother truckers, one of these, it's either 904 or 409, and I see both. I think it's 904 though. So the 904 brand, you probably like, okay, where did they come up with the name 904? Like, it's like a number. Well, that's how many times it took to get the right formula. They had to keep going back 904 times in order to get the correct formula to make this cleaning product. How many times have y'all actually kept trying in your life on something? Well, it's to make a team, it's to, start the business, it's to get the job. Like, think about how many times. What was, I'm trying to Google it. Story. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like find it and put it in the comments. And again, if I'm saying the wrong one, just roll with me, because there is like a whole story behind one of these. And just think about how many times do you actually try something over? 904 times is a lot to keep trying something, right? Most of the time we'll stop at 3, if that, depending on what's happening, right? So I really want y'all to like start thinking with whatever you're doing, like whether you have a business or not, are you willing to like see it through, right? Are you willing to see the relationship through? Are you willing to see how your body can, get stronger if you're working out? Like, are you willing to see things through? Or when it gets hard, do you just instantly stop? Right? I think that's another thing that adds to our doubts that we have, is because we already know that we are incapable of continuing. Like, that's a whole thing. And especially us as Black people, we want the stuff easy, and that's just not how life works, right? There is going to take work behind it. And me building brand for activation is going to take work. It is going to take resiliency. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take all of these things that on a daily basis I have to continuously tell myself, you are capable of doing it. You know why you're doing it. So even if someone does not understand, how can you be broke for so many years, or be broke for so many months, or not have consistent income, or not get this grant or that grant, not get this contract or that contract, not get this client or that client, right? I have to consistently remind myself I am on the correct path and I am doing what I'm supposed to do to get there. And also remind myself that same person that is saying those things most likely won't ever do or try what I'm doing. I understand the mental and physical toll that it takes to get it, and I've chosen my heart. right? Some people wants to climb the corporate ladder. You chose your heart. I chose my heart by building something that I'm not necessarily trying to build a family business, but I am building something that once I do pass, it will continuously serve my family in some way, right? Let's be real. Majority of us, or not necessarily us, but majority of the people that have passed already, they didn't leave you anything. Like you may have got like a little policy or something, but they didn't leave anything. So their legacy realistically is like essentially non-existent. You're going to remember them for a few years, absolutely, but there's nothing, right? I'll be able to pass down knowledge. I'll be able to pass down finances, right? I'll be able to pass down resources because I'm the first one to do it in my family anyway. So like, I can't wait to, or I guess technically I am, breaking that myth that it has to be done one way. Like I'm very proud of myself just for even trying, but I have to keep going regardless of who is in my ear saying what things. I know it took the founders of Microsoft years. I know it took the person that made the computer years. First of all, people didn't even think a computer could exist. People didn't think internet could exist. People didn't think a phone could exist. But here we are using it every day, right? I know for a fact they were having people in their ear like, what? The person that made the car. What? What is a car? We're going to be riding these horses. Right? So if anybody tells me that, Amber, you can't become the number one experiential marketing company for top Fortune 500s, I'm be like, you a lie. Just you a lie. I can get you a lie. It is very rare that you have companies around 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 something years. I'm seeking to do that the best that I can. But them 2 a.m. thoughts, again, when they hit, they be hitting. But I think it's very important for us to acknowledge that they've hit, potentially understand why they've hit, like, what is happening. I have two big things upcoming, so I know why mine has hit. But again, I'm learning to navigate. And the way I'll navigate is I acknowledge it. I let my mind wander, but I also write down my successes. I write down what I have already overcome. I write down the resources that I can have to even combat that, right? I have a ton of resources that can help me out. So that puts me back in a state of mind. And now I'm adding, honestly, YouTube to it. Like I am wanting to show you all, because I always say I wish the things that we use every day, I wish I could see the owner's journey. So I'm doing that. One day I will have something that is a $1 billion brand, and you're going to see my progression to even get there. You're going to see the craziness that I don't even know what's upcoming. But it's a part of the story that I feel like I'm supposed to be telling. So that is that. That's my 2 a.m. thoughts. Yeah, y'all. Again, if you're new to this channel, I don't have a strategy of, putting out videos. I just kind of do as I feel. And I hope that you all enjoy the journey with me, and let me know what journey you're on in the comments. Are you trying to make something that is impactful, that will be generational sustaining? Like that's what I'm trying to do over here. So until then, y'all, make sure y'all do subscribe. I never said that in the beginning, but make sure y'all subscribe. Send this to somebody that you think will be having the same thoughts. And we'll get through it together. So until then, happy activating, y'all.